What's up, guys? I'm here at Anime Expo 2023, first time here, so let's check it out. What's up, guys? Aoshi here, and hopefully you guys liked the little intro that I threw together. It was the culmination of both day 1, day 2 of AX. This is my first Anime Expo that I've ever gone to, primarily because since the pandemic, since everything was like on lockdown during the last couple of years, didn't really want to go anywhere. There was that lingering thought in my mind, in the back of my head, that, you know, I would get sick or I would get my family sick, that sort of thing. So it was always kind of in the back of my mind. But this year was the year to do it, and I figured, well, might as well test run it. Wasn't able to do the whole entire thing, so 2 days was good enough. Just glad that it was basically Gundam related, and that's always a plus, because just kind of give you some sort of background, and we'll probably have some gameplay playing in the background because I didn't get enough B-roll footage in the limited time that I got. But I went to pretty much almost every TwitchCon except the very last one that was around 2022. Ever since starting 2015. I've been to E3 before, I've been to a couple GDCs, and I know a lot of folks might say that, oh, you know, every convention is a little bit the same thing. I kind of agree and disagree, primarily because this is predominantly, at least with AX, dealing with a franchise that I wholeheartedly adore and am very passionate about. The nice thing about it is there's so many other things in addition to just Gundam that was attending, so it worked out just fine. But yeah, due to limited time, I was only able to attend 2 of the 4 days during AX, and this is like a solo job because the person I was supposed to go team up with fortunately had surgery and was not able to make it, so a lot of the stuff I had to do kind of on the fly, and essentially relearn a lot of the processes to boot. So we'll go ahead and jump into the highlights of the 2 days that I went to, leading into the Bandai Filmworks panel. Alright, so day 1 Anime Expo was, I should have been better prepared, but having a long string of bad luck between losing the key to my lock for my suitcase, almost forgetting my wallet, almost forgetting the spending money that I was supposed to bring, which, honestly, I should have just put it in my debit card or something, honestly. It was just a mess, but once we got settled and everything, it was great. Aside from the crowds and the big lines and everybody trying to run over to the merch office, well, not merch office, excuse me, exhibit hall and the artist alley is just a cluster. But I met up with some folks that happen to also do gun-related stuff. I actually got to meet Van in person for the first time. He's been another Gundam content creator that's been doing a lot of Gunpla, which he is on Instagram. You can actually check out all his lovely builds. And he's on TikTok, too. He's got like a whole house full of Gunpla. Builds more than I do. I practically have no room, and I'm already stressed it is. But so we got to sit in through our mutual contact to sit in on the Bandai Filmworks panel. That's like a tongue twister right there. Bandai Namco Filmworks panel, anyways. And we got to see the little teaser for the Gundam Seed movie. Well, it's not really a teaser, it's just a trailer, but I don't think they announced anything new. I'm not going to go over too much because all that's been covered by all the other outlets, but it was really cool to actually see it in person because I love the mechanical designs on Seed. Don't really care for the characters or story because it's a retelling and the execution's, you know, a little bit different. Some people like it more than I do, which is fine. That is what it is. But slated to open in Japan January 26th of next year. So I think that's what it says. Trying to go over some notes that might have got smeared while I was writing this down, but it might be cool. I don't know when it's going to release to the West or North America, but you know, might be neat to check out. But the icing on the cake is, as you hear me mice clicking left and right, we got to sit in on the announcement of a new animation series based in the UC universe. This could be an alternate universe just because, well, I'll go into it in a second, but basically it's Mobile Suit Gundam Requiem for Vengeance is a UC-based animation series. It's going to be 6 episodes, all done with UE5, and it's going to be, 6 episodes. Mechanical designs by, what's his name? I'm trying to look for it. I just lost it. Kimitoshi Yamane. Totally butchering this already. I'm not going to go over too much details, but the main thing is that because of our mutual contact, myself and Van, we got to meet the writer and producer, or co-producer, I guess you could say, and the lead actress for the series. So it's really cool. Gavin Highnight or Hignite. I'm totally butchering this. I'm sorry for watching this. I'm so sorry. And Cecilia Massingham is the lead actress. She's from DC's Legends of Tomorrow and Ladies in Black. And the guy producing it is going to be Naohiro Ogata, the guy who did Thunderbolt and Witch from Mercury. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they squeeze in for 6 episodes, because we got a little snippet tease of not only we got to see the Zeon normal suit, but like a little bit of the actual mobile suits in action, at least the Zaku's for the most part. It's a redesign. It's a, we'll say, artistic reinterpretation, because the mechanical designer actually did work on things like Escaflowne, Cowboy Bebop, and I believe 8th MS as well. So it's going to be a different, fresh look, still set in the UC universe. I'm not sure exactly what the Gundam is supposed to be based on. I know a lot of folks were saying hey, it looks like a slave wraith or this. I'm like, well, it could be just something it's entirely separate for its own that's a tongue twister, but its own version of the UC universe, just like how we have Thunderbolt kind of being a variation of the main timeline. Which they wouldn't be wrong, because like the Gundam that they shown the mock-up, I don't think it's necessarily the finalized version, but it's something that they could submit it to folks that are interested in it. It resembles some of the designs from Origins, because it has like a little Gatling cannon on its shoulder, probably for anti-missile type of things there, and I'll throw a screenshot up as well. But it basically has 3 beam sabers too. The beam rifle is reminiscent of the gun cannon, which I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting and weird at the same time, but I don't know. It's hard to say. But we'll see as time progresses, but we got to meet like I said, we also got to meet the composer for the game. I almost said the game, but because he's done games, but Wilbert Roget II. He's done MK11 and Call of Duty World War II, the more recent Call of Duty, and some of the Lara Croft and Temple of Osiris games. So it'll be interesting. And then the guy directing it is Erasmus Brosdow, and he actually the only reason why I remember him finally post con is that he did through CG work. He did he basically reinterpreted and redid the opening for Metal Gear Solid. The Metal Gear Solid. So like I actually checked out his Twitter and I'm like, oh my god, I do remember this guy. Hearing like the NA voice actors, God, I'm forgetting names already. I'm bad with names, but our lovely original NA voice for Snake. And then you got Ben's uncle talking. I keep on calling him uncle, but yeah, you hear him talking to Snake, and it's just like, wow, that's so crazy how it lines up. And then after that, we had dinner with the mutual contacts, myself and Van. It was great. It was a good time to chat it up. Can't really divulge what we talked about, but all I could say is 2023. This is the year to start pushing all sorts of different stuff for Gundam, because people are catching on. All right, so day 2 came around, and there was 2 main things that I had to really kind of not really worry about, but I was really focused on attending. Is the Gundam Cosplay Meetup that was supposed to be right outside the con. It was still about 80 degrees or so, mid 80s, and I'm in kit, basically. What I mean by kit is that I'm wearing a combat shirt with Velcro and a lot of pockets. It is breathable, but it's thick wear, so it's pretty much kind of insulating some of the heat in there. And, I wouldn't say it's unbearable, but it definitely was not my ideal stuff that I would normally wear. But it does allow me to carry all my stuff while I'm doing this type of capturing, I guess, with the camera. So I'm able to carry all my gear and everything that I need, all my necessities, as they could say. So this event, I guess you could say, was more or less organized by Eric. He's on Instagram under the name of Eric.Craftworks, and he was the aerial rebuild that you'll see in a lot of the stuff that I'll post up on social media, but you'll see it on here through various screenshots and some B-roll clips that we're rolling through here. And it was a really great time, because this was like a first time for him, he was saying, and I was like, it's cool, we got 30 minutes, let's just make the most of it, let's just make it work. And me, for not using my camera for like god knows how long, probably almost 4 years, it was pretty much adapt or die, that type of mentality. So I was very much happy and glad that we got whatever we got. Of course, it would be nice to get more time and a little more formal stuff, maybe, just for the sake of all you Gundam fans out there, but we had limited time. But that's what next year is for. Anyways, the next thing I ended up having to do, which, God, I am so glad I got to sit in there and not miss out on that, was the Sega panel. And of course, it was a big deal because, well, both the English voice actor Young Ye, a very popular and YouTube and basically voice actor, was going to be there, and the original Japanese voiceover for Kiryu, Kuroda-san. I'm totally butchering names here, but he was there, as well as some other notable figures. I know people were saying, "Hey, go meet Keisan." I'm like, I can't literally just walk up on stage here, guys. It doesn't work that way. I don't feel like getting thrown out of the con and be on camera for that. That would be so embarrassing. But being able to sit in and like not even expect them to do a dual expression of Baka Mitai in literal real time, in live in front of you, that pretty much made my experience really great. Of course, meeting some people brand new and then having some people that I've never met in person, I think really rounded out the experience. So all in all, I think that pretty much solidified my little test run the 2 days that I went, and made up my mind in making it the con that I'm going to be going to probably for hopefully a long while, unless by some act of lunacy AX becomes stupid. I hope not. Anyways, we're going to close out this video with music and all the shots that I took out during the Gundam cosplay session down there. We do have various means out there, so if we weren't able to get a hold of you, I do apologize in advance. But if you are in these shots here and we have not reached out to you, myself and Eric from Eric.Craftworks on Instagram, please let us know. We are still missing some folks that haven't been identified yet. We had like 3 Soletas. We've only identified 2 so far. Maybe actually we had 4. Sorry, we haven't identified. Actually, wait a minute. We had 5. Sorry, I'm like reading off of the list right now. So yes, if you're in these shots and we haven't reached out to you or followed you or anything of that sort, nobody's tagged you, please let us know. We would love to give you guys credit because you guys are really the crown jewel of these shots. We also had a really nice, cool looking suave Char, which really got some nice shots there. Had a heavy arms there as well. And it's just, yeah, guys, let us know. And that'll be it. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate all the love and support. If you guys like to see more of this, as well as my normal regular content, please do not hesitate to hit that like and subscribe button. Helps out the channel immensely. Throw in some comments if you have any suggestions of any sort, what you want us to do for next year, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. Peace.